Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. I am Chad, and welcome to another TRC Shave and Chat. Today we're talking about a couple of different things. First off, we're going with a soap here, HSSC, Highland Springs Soap Company. This is why this one's called Notti de Vienza. This particular soap is cologne based. We'll get into that in a second. We're going to be doing a head shave today. The other thing we're talking about, this horsehair brush by Semogue. Horsehair. This is, according to the ad, is pure black horsehair. You know, where the knot came from, I don't know who made it. I just know it is a brush that is produced and released by Semogue. So we are going to use that today and talk a little bit about horsehair. This particular soap here is based on, like I said, it's cologne based. It's called Dolce and Gabbana's Intensio. So this is a really, really nice scented soap. It's medium strength. It's not super heavy, but as you can see, that's what it looks like right there. I've been scooping it out and using this. I got it sitting in my bowl right now, getting ready to do this head shave. All right. So also for this head shave, I also have the HSSC matching aftershave splash. This is non-alcohol based. For the mowing of the head, we have my Gillette Slim adjustable that has been custom colored blue and gray. And we're going to dump a blade in there by Voscott. Put this bad boy up to setting number 9. Ready to go right there. Aftershave on standby for the end. Now, as far as the scent notes in this, top notes, there's a whole bunch of scent notes. I'll just go over a few. Lavender, water notes, basil, marigold, so some floral notes. Tobacco, hay, clary sage, and then there's sandalwood, cypress, musk, amber. There's a couple other supporting notes in there, but there's several, so I'm not going to go ahead and list them all. But that's that. So let's go ahead and get the water going on this. So it's a very, very soft soap. And I find that the scent in it for me stays pretty strong throughout the entire shave, which is really nice. So if you guys are mid-strong, I should say. So if you guys are into that type of scent, then you're definitely going to like this, which I highly recommend. Even if you're not into that type of strength for scent, I would still recommend this. Now, this is meant to be a summer scent. It was released, I don't exactly know when the release date was, but it was intended for their summer lineup. That said, it's a scent that I think you can pretty much use all year around. All right, there we are so far. And that's what the brush has done. And a little bit of water to this. The soap lathers really, really easily, as a lot of soft soaps do. Of course, it also helps to have a decent brush with that. And this brush is that exactly. Fits that part exactly. And there we are. So we're just going to go ahead and fill up our basin with some water here. So we're going to use this brush. I've been using it for a little while now, and I find that horsehair is it's a really nice hair to use. But here's the thing, or nice not to use. A lot of people will tell you that badger is softer, boar is better, or this, that, or maybe they'll not tell you that. They'll say one is better than the other. The deal with that is this, in my opinion. Horsehair is just like any other hair. It's just like badger hair. Yep, I said it, just like badger hair. Why is it like badger hair? Because of this. You can get a badger knot that is not that good a quality, and you find that it doesn't serve you very well, even though it's badger. So just because something is badger doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a fantastic knot. The name alone does not make it a good knot. There are horse knots that are not very good, and there are boar knots that are not very good, and there are badger knots that are not very good. So the question is, how does this rank? I think it ranks pretty nicely. I had to spend some time breaking it in. I did the cold water treatment. If you have not heard of that or don't know what it is, Google it and you can find it. It's basically you put the cup in, or you put a cup of cold water with the brush in it, in the refrigerator overnight and hit it with a towel the next day and do that 2 days in a row. So, but you follow more explicit directions online. Some people say that doesn't work. I think it does. I think it sped up the process for breaking in this. Now, let's talk about the break-in process for horse. Break-in process for horse is very similar to that of badger. I'm sorry, excuse me, that of boar. It's not like badger. In that badger, there's really the break-in process with badger is mostly about the stink. Well, any natural hair brush is going to have some sort of smell to it at first. It goes away the more you use it. Horse, you do have to break in the hair just like you have to break in boar. It takes time. This one's broken in pretty well. I've had it for some couple of weeks. So I tried it a couple times. Plus I've made some test lathers with it, and I did the break-in procedure. Now, as far as flow through and all that, I find it's just as good as any boar that you're going to use. Just as good. I primarily bull lather myself, so that's why I keep putting the lather on the brush, because it's not retaining it because it's not meant to. Okay. Second pass. So you definitely want to comb out your horsehair when you can, especially with this brush. This particular brush has a good amount of backbone to it compared to another horsehair that I have. It's got a strikingly nice handle to it. You get the Semogue insignia there, and it's etched. I don't know if you can see that on the bottom as well. It says Semogue into the handle. It is a plastic or resin handle, feels like. No, I'm sorry. It might actually be wood. But and it's from black horsehair, so it's not doesn't say specifically what part of the horse it came from. It's either mane or tail. And the other thing about this is it's animal friendly, meaning the horse is still alive in theory. Unlike badger and boar, where you generally, the animal is slaughtered to get the pelts. Here we go. There. Nice and slick. The residual slickness on this soap is pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with that. Wow, two really nice, clean, slick passes. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves cleaned up here, and then we'll come back with some final thoughts on this. Stay with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As you can see, completely cleaned up. Nice dome of perfection top status, right? All right, so again, we used HSSC, the Notti de Vienza. Real nice cologne-based scent. And we also went with this particular brush, this Horsehair Semogue brush right here. As you can see, pretty much jet black. Got a couple of hairs, different colors, but you're not going to find very rare to find a truly black horse. From what I understand, in order for it to be considered truly a all-black horse, the hair doesn't bleach over the summer, from what I hear. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So clean up. Usually I throw some witch hazel up on the noggin, but this is a witch hazel based aftershave. It is not an alcohol based. So I am not going to use this, the witch hazel that I normally do. I just don't feel like I don't feel like it's going to really do anything. So we'll just throw this on here. Oh, real nice. It actually matches pretty decently. As I've found with a lot of cologne-based scents, that tends to be the case. Not always. Sometimes the cologne, the aftershave that they put together. Certain ingredients make other notes come more forward, but usually if somebody uses a fragrance oil, it's not always the case. So there's that. Very nicely done. A very nice shave. Listen, if you haven't tried Horse yet, I definitely recommend picking one of these up. These are a nice brush to get. They're not that expensive. They're under 20 bucks. And it's a good way to break into the type of hair other than badger and other than synthetic. So just take your time, break it in, go through the process, look up on what the best ways to break in a horsehair brush are, and ones that will work for you. Give it a shot. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the shave. I am Chad from YouTube CD Shaven for TRC. Thank you for joining me on Shave and Chat.